Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Called Suck Spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Okay, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Wednesday. What's going on, everybody?
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, here we go, making our way through it. Another beautiful day. Had a big day of winning yesterday. We were giving out paychecks, just doubling up the paychecks. And it was pretty awesome because yesterday we got to start off with a winner. And then as I was checking in with what was going on yesterday, we had one winner after another, just like boom, boom, boom.
All day?
Yeah, there were a lot. Now, we didn't get a winner for every single one, but it was pretty good. We had Lauren from Port St. Lucie won it at 3 o'clock. We had Tammy from Margate. She won at 4 p.m.
Question, because I'm getting some questions from the good people listening to this program.
Yeah.
Do you have to live in Florida to win this thing? Does it have to be South Florida?
I
What's
think
the
it's due. There's a
stipulations?
boundary. I don't set the boundary, and I don't know, but I think I remember from a previous contest that, yeah, it was somewhere in South Florida.
Because you're saying people in Port St. Lucie won, and the Pizzle people hit me up yesterday. Are we allowed to qualify or win?
Yeah, clearly. Laureen from Port St. Lucie, that would work. Tammy from Margate. Teresa of Port St. Lucie. Glenna Boynton Beach. Kim Shari. Adema. She also was a big winner yesterday. So, yeah, we had many of them. So there you go. So congratulations. We'll get back to winning again tomorrow. We're going to start off at 9 a.m. to double your paycheck. So if you did not win yesterday, we're going to be doing it again tomorrow. First thing you've got to do, though, is go and enter your name to win. You can do that right now at kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jay Bird?
Well, during one of my live vlogs while I was camping, I was telling the good people that there was a bird that landed in that mud pit I was at, where all those alligators were at.
Uh-huh.
And me and Jim, Bigfoot, we swear this gator was, this bird landed on the gator, and the bird was standing on the gator, and the gator was just kind of swimming around with this bird on top of that. And then people are going, how high were you guys? There's no way that happened. Well, I was working on my vlog last night. It's almost done. It's almost edited. You guys will see the whole trip. There's a lot of footage there. A lot of crap I had to take out. You're going to see this bird on this gator. So we have footage of it. You'll be able to tell me, were we just a little too in the zone, or is the bird really on top of that gator? And if you know anything about gators, is it unheard of for a bird to land on a gator, and for that gator just to chill, let it kind of give it a little piggyback ride?
I could swear I've seen that photo somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen that photo many times.
Yeah.
It's social media.
That's real.
It's like, there's no way this can happen.
Yeah, it can totally happen.
Well, I got proof. I've got video of it. But what sucks is you can see the bird, but you can't really see the gator.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to zoom it in so you can really see, but I know what I saw, Virginia.
Does it just look like the bird's water skiing?
It does, but I swear to you, in real life, that bird was on top of that gator.
Okay.
Surfing on that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Vlog will drop today.
It's very exciting stuff.
I don't know if it is. I'm hoping to break 100 views.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
I think the front axle of my car, something got messed up in it. Ever since I loaned my car to Mags one of these days, I got it back and I was like, man, something's weird. When I go to turn, it feels like it's like loose, and I got my alignment done over the little spring break holiday we took. I put 2 new tires on the front. They checked everything out, but I feel like she did something to my car because now it just doesn't turn right.
Yeah, I know this move. I let somebody borrow my car before, and the same crap happened. It wasn't turning right, and I'm not one to be great with my cars, but it was off.
Well, you know how it felt when
Yes.
you gave it to them, and then when they gave it back to you, it just feels different. different.
Sure as crap, they ran over something. I finally got it out of them, and they did.
They told you.
Well, because it was so over the top wrong with the way it turned. I knew something was up.
Mags will never admit if she hit something.
I say we get her on the phone and grill her. We should grill her, DA style.
Just got a little of a different feel.
It just felt wrong. And especially if I either hook it all the way to the right or I hook it all the way to the left, like if you're pulling out of a parking spot or something. That's when I really, really feel it. And it was not like that before.
Okay.
She ran over something. You just hope it's not a person. That's all you can hope for, right?
That's all you know for.
Who was the person? It does depend.
What I got on my mind here today, I know it's not Call 'em Out Mondays, but I just got to call out people. You think it's just, you see the number of pedestrian deaths that we have in Florida, and you're just like, how does this happen? This is just so crazy. Now, I know we got the nice weather and people are out, and people in Florida are just crazy, but I witnessed one of those things where it's like, if it's not going to happen today, one of these days, it's going to happen. You know how they make those bike lanes?
Yes.
And where I live, it's a nice little neighborhood, but what they did was they took a solid part of the road and dedicated it to be a bike lane. And they put these bumpers there to protect bikers. And I think it's wonderful. And I think they should, because I don't think bikes belong on the sidewalk. I think they belong on the street. But I can see why you're scared of cars, because there are a lot of crazy drivers. So what I saw today on the very dark streets heading here to work was a biker who was outside of the bike lane, now in the reduced space that you have to drive your car. And I'm like, you dummy.
What?
They've made a bike lane to protect you, and they've reduced the space for cars. So you know what happens? And not only that, he wasn't riding close to the bike lane. He was riding down the middle. So here we had a long stretch, and I'm now stuck behind a bicyclist who refused to ride in the bike lane.
What is this guy doing?
You're like, what are you doing, man?
I just want to talk to him for a second.
Yeah, you just be like, dude.
Can we chat?
Right. These are how we have high numbers of pedestrian and bicyclist fatalities, is by people making dumb decisions. Dude, they've made this thing for you.
45th Street. I can't believe, and maybe the number is alarming and I just don't know it. I feel like 45th Street, right by we work at, it's so dangerous with people on bikes. There's got to be 10 people that die here a week, I feel like. How is there not?
Yeah, there is. Well, the numbers back it up. That's what I'm saying. And you wonder to be like, how do we get those numbers? Well, you got a guy that is riding outside of the bike lane that was created just for you.
But how hard is that to get this? If I want to know the fatalities per month on 45th Street, where does one even get that? How do you even Google that?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Every street has those numbers. Mm-hmm. How do you get them?
They're somewhere.
The kill count of 45th Street.
But how?
It's a project, Bird. I can walk you through it, but it'll take a little bit of time. All right, so that was the first thing I had on my mind. The second thing that I've got on my mind here today, did you guys spend any time watching the Katanji Brown-Jackson Senate confirmation hearings yesterday?
Some of it.
It actually got oddly gripping. I was sitting there watching, but I was like, just think about what a pressure cooker this is. I couldn't even believe it. She was on day 2. Day 1 was kind of the introduction. Yesterday was where you get grilled by these guys. And a lot of these people don't want to see you succeed. But imagine this. Whatever your career is, this is the ultimate job you can get in this career field. And we all want to, soar often to the highest pinnacles of whatever it is we set out in life to do. And this would be it. But like Eminem says, she's only got one shot. Do you know of anyone that's ever failed their Senate confirmation hearing to be on the Supreme Court and then later on they get chosen again and do it again? I don't know if that's ever happened.
One shot.
So you've got one shot, and you've got a couple of these knucklehead senators that, look, I know they're doing their job, but man, they were coming at her hard. And it was fascinating just to watch, because I'm like, man, these are some tough questions. I mean, they're holding her feet to the fire. And I thought she did a great job. I thought she was very poised, and she had good responses to these very tough questions. But I'm like, man, just imagine the pressure of that, what it's like the night before. I think sometimes before that, I didn't sleep a lot yesterday before the show, and I'm doing a stupid radio show. She's doing Senate confirmation hearings for the ultimate job that she could get. And I was like, wow, that is something. So I just thought that was pretty amazing. And what you do to prepare for that, and then how do you sleep?
And her initials are KBJ.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's calling her KBJ, KBJ.
Yeah.
I saw it. I'm like, what did we do? KBJ? KBJ.
Yes.
Oh, we're so close.
I know, right? It's kind of confusing. So yeah, that was some crazy stuff. And I guess it went on into the night last night, started yesterday. So it's like all day long. And then she got to do it again today.
Damn, girl.
And it's on TV.
Did they let her sleep?
Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm like, how do I don't know. Either she didn't sleep at all last night or she slept great.
Well, remember the drama of the last one?
Oh my
The Brett
gosh.
Kavanaugh thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was way more dramatic and over. I mean, that was so
That was insanity.
Yeah, it gets crazy. These things are just really fascinating. If you're going for a Supreme Court job, just what it's like sitting there getting grilled to that level just to get your gig. I think at some point I maybe just stand up and going, you know what? I don't want it that bad.
Never mind.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm actually good. I'm
Y'all
gonna go get a
win.
pizza.
Yo, if you keep digging, you're gonna find something awful about me. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Well, we got our Tournament of Awesome that is going on right now. You can vote for it at kvjshow.com. You can also use the very free 97.9 WRMF app to go and cast your votes right now. We got some definite top vote getters in our Sweet 16. And in fact, somebody is saying, I mean, just money has got to win the whole thing, right? I mean, with money, you can buy everything else that's on here. But yes and no, because we do have things like hugs and laughter.
Would you
Friends.
want to have a pile of hugs or a pile of money? Be honest.
And keep in mind, too, I know you have the money, but here's the whole thing. Like, that's all you get. And you got to think about that. It doesn't mean that you get anything else with it. It's not like, okay, so you may just be sitting there with a pile of cash. Imagine if you had all the money in the world and you couldn't spend it. You'd be going, oh, wait, this kind of sucks. So, I mean, just because you got the money, I don't think that necessarily means you should be able to get everything else. I mean, if we wanted to make this awesome, that really would degrade money rather than improve money. Because, yeah, you're right. You can't buy sunshine with money unless you're traveling to a tropical destination. But even then, you don't control the weather.
Yeah, but you kind of do, because as soon as it gets hot, you're like, all right, we're leaving. Let's go to this place. We got the money.
Chase that sun.
You can chase the sun when you have the money.
So right now, money is up there, and it probably is either going to win or it's going to wipe everything out in its path. Or at least it's going to come very close. It is right now whooping the internet for the most awesome thing in the world. Between hugs and laughter, which one would you guys choose if you were voting?
Laughter.
Yeah.
And I love me some hugs.
I don't love hugs. Not from everybody.
Yeah, not everybody does.
I like hugs from people I love. Random hugs are weird.
Yeah.
Neither one of you are very huggy people. I'm not saying that you hate hugs, but I am a hugger. I'll hug anybody. I'd hug somebody. I'd hug somebody on the street.
Like, it's weird if I just meet you and now I'm hugging you.
I hug most of my friends, but if I see, me and Virginia hugged each other one time at an event. Like, hey, Virginia, good to see you. And we hugged each other. We both go, that was awful and weird. And I'm never, ever.
Don't do that again.
I'm never like that with hugs, only you.
Now I'm going to hug you every day.
I like hugs. Bring it.
I just think that, like, because this happened to me the other day. When you walk up to a group and you know, like, a couple of the people in the group really well, and maybe one of the people is a stranger, it is so awkward. Because I did this. I hugged 3 of the people in the group because I know them really well, and then they introduced me to this new girl who's just standing right there, and I just shook her hand, and it was so awkward and weird, and I just wanted to run away.
Our old producer, Mariana, her dad was a big old redneck, and you just don't hug this guy. It was the first time I ever met him, and I gave him a hug, and it did not go well. It just was not a good moment.
Some of the other things that we got right now in the Tournament of Awesome, breaking it down between your friends and your dogs. People prefer their dogs over their friends.
Wow.
Though the voting is somewhat close. That could still change.
I'll tell you why. Because most dogs haven't double-crossed you.
Yeah.
Haven't slept with your girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of your friends have slept with your girl.
No, I'm just saying there's things humans do that dogs can't do, and that's why they're better.
Air conditioning is whooping Christmas. That's going to take Christmas out, it looks like.
Wow.
Not everyone celebrates Christmas.
You're right.
Yeah, we got a large Jewish population.
Everyone in
South
Florida celebrates AC.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Music is beating cars right now for the most awesome thing in the world.
That's fair.
Sunshine is up on cheese by a pretty good margin. You've got Travel Whoopin' Liquor. That one's not even close. Travel's going to go on to the Elite Eight. And then we've got Vacation dominating swimming pools right now. So that is the voting. So again, if you feel like that is off, you can go and cast your own vote. Just go to kvjshow.com and you can vote there, or you can also use the 97.9 WRMF app. Well, we got our Tournament of Awesome. You can vote on right now between two different options. You tell us which is better, and whatever wins that round is going to keep moving on till we narrow it down to one thing. Right now, money is the overall number one seed. Is it going to wind up winning? You can help decide that at kvjshow.com. But we've got a couple of two option things here for you. Which is better? Since travel is in the bracket and people are loving it, looks like it could be cruising on. What would you rather travel to, Canada or Jamaica? What is going to be your choice? Where would you go, Virginia? You got two options. Got a ticket for you right now.
It's funny you ask that because I have two offers. One is to go up to Buffalo, and then we might go to Canada.
Okay.
And my girlfriend's birthday is coming up, and she booked a trip to Jamaica.
Okay.
She wants me to go.
Do both.
I know. I think I might do both. Out of those two, I think I would enjoy Jamaica more.
Okay. Got to go to Jamaica. What about you, Bird?
I got Canada in my heart. Give me Canada, baby.
Got to go Canada, huh?
Yeah, I want to see what's going on.
Okay. It's lovely.
Sweet Denny says it's great. Some of our KVJ Nation is up there, and they're all nice and peaceful. I'd love to go up there. It's beautiful.
In the
It is,
summertime, it's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah.
I had a Canadian girlfriend a long time ago, back in middle school. It lasted,
So many of us did in middle school.
it lasted for about 2 days, and then she had to go back to Canada.
Oh, man.
Wow, really?
Erica
Erica, where is she today?
in Canada.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Get her.
I wonder what Erica's up to. It's a great question.
Should look her up.
Okay, if you had an option, what would you rather go travel to, Italy or England? Where would you go?
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Italy on that, too.
I think if I go to Italy, it makes me less of a bad Italian. I gotta raise my Rotten Tomatoes score up. I'm such a bad Italian.
Anytime I see shows or movies with Italy, it looks like the most amazing place. It always looks like it's a sunny, great day where the weather, it looks like it's that cool, like exactly what we have this time of year. It seems like that's every day in Italy to me.
It really does look like just the land just produces and flourishes all these beautiful foods, and everything looks prettier in Italy.
It does. With every bite of one of those delicious looking rolls, I just feel like romance is in the air. Italy, no?
The cobblestone streets and the winding up the hill. I'm like, oh, I want
Yeah.
to go there so bad.
It reeks of food and romance, does it not?
Yes.
Yeah. Two great things, food and romance. Okay, if you could take a trip, or which city do you prefer, New York or Los Angeles? Better city, which is better? What do you think, Virginia? New York or Los Angeles?
I would say New York, because I think there's more to do in a compact area.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to navigate. LA's a little more spread out. And yes, it's beautiful and the climate's awesome, but I think you can find more crazy fun adventure experiences, especially with food, and that's what I'm into, in New York.
Okay. Bird, what do you think? You got a lot of tall buildings in New York.
Well, I've been to LA and I hated it, and all my New York knowledge and just where everything's at, I've gotten all from my 1980s movies.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with New York. I did not like LA.
Okay.
I liked parts of California.
Yeah.
But I thought LA sucked.
California's chill, but there's just an excitement about New York City that you can't capture anywhere else. When you're there, you really do feel like you're in the center of it all, and it's a pretty cool feeling to have that and be there.
LA seemed dirty and just too on the move. Not that I'm saying New York's not, but I don't know. I wouldn't jive in with LA.
Okay. Key West or Nashville?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What would you prefer there? Key West or Nashville?
Gosh, I love Key West.
Key West is great.
It's so fun to just to walk
Yeah.
Duval from one end to the other.
It is. I'm going to go with Key West. I just got back from Nashville. Nashville's awesome.
Sure.
On Broadway, the bar hop, and there's a lot of cool things that are there. But I got to tell you, we were there for 4 days. And at the end of the 4 days, I was like, okay, I feel like I've done about what there is to do or that I care to do in Nashville. There may be a few other outliers, but Key West to me is just you could be there every day and be fully content.
Does Nashville have a nature element to it, or is it more just about let's go bar hopping, look at the sights here? Because Key West, I like it. There's a nature element to it.
Yeah, I didn't explore that. That wasn't what we did with Nashville. And the thing about Nashville, it's interesting. It's very centrally located, but as soon as you get just on the outskirts and you're kind of getting into the country, Tennessee stuff. And so it's got kind of that look. I know some people are like, that's paradise. They love that. My paradise is sand, ocean, palm trees.
You would love like Gatlinburg and stuff like that. There's a lot of nature around there. And they have those mountain roller coasters that are so cool. And you're outside and you're experiencing nature and adventure at the same
fun.
time.
That's what I like.
That was so fun.
Well, we got the Palm Beach Boat Show going on this weekend, and we also have a lot of fancy car shows here in South Florida. If you could have one or the other, Virginia, you going fancy car or fancy boat?
Oh, fancy boat all day.
Okay.
That's
Fancy boat for
easy,
you.
yes.
Okay, why fancy boat?
I just think that the fancy boat would be so much more fun and pleasurable for me and my friends to party on. I mean, yeah, a fancy car is great, but I mean, it's much more fun to have a fancy boat and throw a party.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter's doing that this weekend. She got herself a little boat. She's going to be shoring off there off Ultra. It's going on this weekend in Miami. It's her birthday. Yeah.
Look at her.
So she likes a little boat party. So she's going to be doing I see what you're saying. I mean, it's more fun to party, I think, in a boat than it is in a fancy car.
You can create a social event. You can bring like a group of people together and turn it into a party.
Yeah, it is a strong argument. I think you get more day-to-day practical use out of choosing a fancy car over a fancy boat. Fancy boat's great for the special occasions. That'd be the only reason I go fancy car over a fancy boat.
Every day is a special occasion.
Exactly. Then you got your car there to do it. Bird, what would you rather have?
I just don't like fancy stuff. So fancy cars give me anxiety. Does nothing for me.
Okay.
I'll go fancy boat for Virginia's reason. I'll have someone take care of it for me, and then we want to get turned. We want to get party on there.
Yeah.
Let's have some people over there. But neither one really turns me on.
The party girls love a fancy boat.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Okay. And if you could have tricked out of either, would you go with the truck or a Jeep? Truck or Jeep? Jaber, what would you rather have?
I have a Jeep now, and I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
I just because I don't like going to do adult things is the only reason why I still have it. Give me a truck all day long. I love trucks. I miss my truck.
Yeah.
I've had a truck my entire life, and I haven't had one for the last year or so, and I miss her. I miss her a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't feel good about my car.
Well, we can take it and drive it back. We can trade it in.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Virginia?
I would pick a Jeep just for me because I think Jeeps are more fun. When you have a truck, everybody asks you to help them move.
They do?
Yeah.
No thanks.
They do. They help you.
And look at me. Do I look like good Greek moving and storage? No, I do not. I am not helping you move your bed.
And a lot of them will ask you night before, day of, hey, man, can you help me move 9 pieces of furniture? No, I don't want to, but I'm related.
And it'll be somebody you're close to or related.
It's a relative, so you have to do it.
It's so not fair. No, you can keep that truck.
Okay, hold on to that. Yeah, I think for that, I'm going to go with the Jeep as well. Really tricked out Jeep. Those things are awesome. They just work better in South Florida, too.
Those things are expensive.
They're very expensive. That's why I'm going with the tricked out Jeep. Very cool. But I know they do trick out trucks.
Yeah,
too.
Trucks too. I mean, they're both pricey.
Either one can get very expensive.
I know a guy who bought a $65,000 truck, and that was before he souped it up.
Damn.
And he souped it all up. I mean, some people just love vehicles, man.
Yeah, that's their thing. That's what they love doing. That's why cars are still in the Sweet 16. People love their automobiles. That's just an interesting way to try to get in shape. And, sometimes I think what happens, even if you're a person that's worked out for a while, it's just something you can drift off of and life takes you away and, You got different stuff that's going on. I know I had a great routine. I was working out at home every single day, and then the schedule changed up. My kid went back to school, and by the time I picked him up and dealt with Boca traffic, there went the workout.
Boca traffic.
Oh, right.
Strikes again.
Yeah,
There's your
you're right.
workout.
Yeah, that's a workout, driving through that.
Well, at least it'll get your blood pumping.
No, it does. Yeah, no doubt about it. So if you've kind of fallen off, that's the one thing that I've learned through all the years that I'd worked out with dieting and exercise and everything else was the diet's a big part of it. Watch what you eat. That is huge. And then you don't have to move a lot. Just moving a little and doing some things here and there. And you don't necessarily need a gym, because I know too often people are like, I can't get to the gym. I don't have time. And honestly, I've had it before where I was driving 50 minutes every day just to get back and forth from the gym. And you can do a lot of stuff that's all around you. People actually can get a good body-on-body workout, pull-ups, push-ups, things like that. And Jaybird and his buddy Bigfoot, they were talking about this idea that they'd had, which I think is really kind of good that anybody could take on. It's a push-up challenge. It doesn't seem like much, but it could really add up, and you could see some great effects.
It's not my challenge at all. I can't take any credit for it. In fact, Bigfoot, a.k.a. my own Jim, he's Jim Romano, he said that me, Suits, and Denny should do it together. And I was going to present it to them as a solidarity thing. If they agree to do it, I'll do it with them. And what it is you do 10 push-ups every hour that you are awake. You set an alarm for each hour. As soon as the alarm goes off, you stop what you're doing, you do 10 push-ups, and that is it.
What if you're driving?
You gotta
pull over
and do your push-ups.
Yeah.
Pull over,
Right
get in
there
the
at Wawa.
median.
You have to, though. You really do. You have to make sure you get it within that hour or within that time frame.
Okay, and then
you can't skip an hour.
What if you have it where just life is like crazy and you've been running around and you've had no chance? Do you add those on, or you just skip the hour?
I was told you're supposed to do it for this specific challenge. It's every single hour that you're awake. And I'm not going to lie, my upper body is a real weak. 10's going to be a struggle for me. So I even asked Bigfoot to go, well, what if you can't do 10 an hour? You do as many as you can per hour as long as you're awake.
Okay, as long as you're awake.
I'm like, I have insomnia, dog. Does that mean I have to do more than that?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Or let's say you wake up at 9 p.m. and then you're up till midnight. Do you have to do, I guess you have to.
I'd say it'd be every waking hour. It would be the rules. Every waking hour, you would have to do 10 push-ups.
That would be very intrusive.
Well, I mean, imagine, like, say, for instance, today you got your Senate confirmation hearing, and you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to try this out. They'd be like, oh, hold on. Dropping, use KVJ dropping and doing 10 push-ups in the middle of questioning.
I was at meetings yesterday afternoon, and a couple of them went over an hour. So in the middle of the meeting, I'm supposed to drop and do 10.
Yeah, but people know what kind of profession you're in. They know you do wacky stuff. It's in your contract. Must do wacky things X amount per week.
Yeah. That'd be my only question with this is, there's just sometimes that you're in a unique situation where life won't allow you to do that. So do you make up for them, or do you skip them, or how does that do? Because I'm thinking if you skip it,
it doesn't count.
Yeah, the problem with that is then you just wind up, I'll just skip it. I think it's almost like you got to add them. To
your next round.
Yeah, and so that's kind of it. So for every waking hour, you need to add 10. So you're going to be like, okay, at the end of the day, you may be like, oh my gosh. So that might be like, I got to knock out 10 or 20 or whatever right now.
I was told if you don't do it every hour, don't do it. You're not doing the challenge right. You got to do it every hour. So if you're at a meeting, if you're in the car, you have to figure out a way to make that happen. Yeah, well, the word challenge is in there because it's not an easy thing. But I don't want to do it.
I would be at car line to pick up Rocco.
Yeah.
Have to get out of my car and do them on the curb.
Yeah.
I think
they'd be like, that lady's lost her freaking mind.
So what?
Yeah.
We need more people out there losing their minds in that way. Everyone's too normal, no?
You like to have that where people are like, oh, what's he doing over there?
Yeah, crazy guy.
I do not. I just want to sit in my car and have no one talk to me.
Look, I am as I am, and I'm not doing this challenge unless Denny's and Suits agree to it. I'm not doing this by myself.
Okay.
This is a very Jaybird thing. I think you will shine doing this.
Denny's is way better at push-ups than I am. Denny's is doing push-ups for quite a long time.
But Denny's likes to blend in. Denny's is not like just stand
you
out.
don't have to. I mean, there's ways to do this to where you don't have to be the look at me guy. If you're at the store, you wait till you're out of the store, then you go buy your car, or then you go in a parking lot somewhere. There's ways to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to hear about this challenge, because I think it is an interesting concept, but then it does bring up some challenges and then some questions as to how do you do it. So that's a good challenge. To me, I would think you just always have to keep that tally. And you may say, hey, I got to make up an hour within this hour. So maybe you do 20 in an hour instead of.
Then I don't think the challenge works then for that specific. Then you're just doing a different challenge.
Then I couldn't do the challenge because, you're right, Virginia. It's like you get to points where it's like, I just can't.
But if you do this, you will be so buff. I think you'll notice in like a matter of days.
I think so too.
I was told a week you start to see it. If you do this challenge the way it's supposed to be done, you start to see it different. Not saying you're going to be swole, but you see a difference in your body.
Well, I think it's probably good. Whatever your challenge might be, and I've heard a different push-up challenge where you start with however many you can do. And so a lot of people might say, gosh, I can't even do 10. So I would say you start with where you are. And then the goal is every single day you add one more push-up. So if you can start with 2, the next day you do 3, and so on and so forth. And then maybe you get to a certain plateau and then you just, stop there. And then that's why I kind of like this, where you're taking several times during the day. And maybe you would say, if you can't do it every hour, be like, okay, 5 times today, I have to do 10 push-ups.
Well, to your point, if you did it that way, let's say I did skip an hour or 2. I'm doing more than I did before.
Absolutely,
That's gonna be better.
That's why these challenges are great to do that, and it doesn't take a lot. And that's why, to me, sometimes it takes something like this to have you kickstart, because it's out of sight, out of mind. That's why I used to always say, when I go to the gym, there would be times I would walk into the gym, I'm like, I can't do it today. But I would drive to the gym and I would walk right back out. People are like, this guy's nuts. What's he doing? But I kept the routine of doing it. And then the next day, when I felt better and was more in the mood, I would get that workout in and I wouldn't put that kind of pressure on. That's why when I heard Jaber doing a challenge, I'm like, I think I need something like that. It's not that intrusive to say, hey, you're doing the dishes. You know what? Work in 10 push-ups real fast during this round of dishes, because you can still squeeze it in somewhere.
But like y'all are saying, I think it's designed this way to be on social media and to get the word out. And,
look at me,
Look at me, I'm doing the dishes. Put it on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you're crushing it. Stick with it, man.
Yeah,
I think it's all about
people
that.
who want that need that kind of encouragement.
And I think guys care more about like their arms and their biceps and blah blah. But like for me, I do squats every day because I care more about my butt and my core and my legs. So I'll do like 50 squats in a day, but I'll break them up. I'll be doing some like when I get up from my nap. I'll do some when I'm listening to a podcast. I'll do some when I'm cooking dinner.
Our sweet Denny's, he does squats, but he does naked squats in the shower.
That's a great thing to do too. Exercise in the shower, because if you work up a sweat, you just rinse it right off.
I do not want to throw out my back naked. I've done it before in the shower. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because the person's got to help you. It's not cool for them.
Right, yeah. So I'd be curious to hear if anybody has a challenge or what you do every single day to do it. Some people are texting in, they do a burpee challenge, which that's a really great way to burn calories super fast.
But what's the challenge, though?
Well, that's what the numbers are, is, I guess you have to set it for your own level. But yeah, you could do it instead of push-ups, the same challenge. You could do 10 burpees an hour.
I think I do better at burpees than I could do 10 burpees better than I could do 10 push-ups. I am so weak in my upper body right now. I get them weak ass wrists, old man bone wrist over here.
Yeah, I think it's just you trying to figure out what your schedule is. Somebody else said, I do something similar, but mine is a push-up challenge 4 to 5 times a day. So I set how many I'm going to do at that time, and I'll drop and do it. Yeah, so I do like that concept. So.
Why don't you come do the squat challenge with me? Push-ups are too hard.
What's this entail?
So I just squat. I do 50 a day. I break them up over whenever I have time. It's never when I'm out. It's always when I'm home.
I mean, I like that. You got to do the 10 squats out in public.
I'm not squatting in the produce section at Publix.
Yeah, right.
I want to see that video.
That woman has lost her mind.
Please, my birthday's coming up. All I want for my birthday is to see you do a 20-second squat video in the produce section of Publix. Please, make that happen. I get a couple drinks in you and you'll do it.
Can't I just get you a bottle of Jameson?
Both. Let's do both. I really want to see the squat video.
Oh, Lord.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it was a good day in court yesterday for Amanda Bynes. After 9 years of being in her conservatorship, her parents and the judge all agreed that she has done enough progress in her personal life to be on her own again. The conservatorship for Amanda Bynes is officially over. Apparently, she's been sober for several years, is doing a lot better. She got a degree from the Fashion Institute and also is now engaged.
Wow.
And is in a much better place, according to her parents, than she was back in 2013 when this whole thing began. So good for her. I'm glad they are looking at conservatorships and talking about letting these adults try to see if they can function. This one sounds good. This one sounds like an amazing thing for Suits. The Love Boat, the real Love Boat, is coming back to television, but this time it'll be a reality dating series on CBS. Oh my gosh, I could so see Suits on this.
Love boat.
It will be a Princess Cruise Line, and it will feature a bunch of singles on the boat looking for love with challenges and competition, and it will be, have the indispensable crew members that we all know and love, like the captain and the cruise director and all that, and the bartender. Isaac, the bartender. I don't know if they're getting him. Is he still with us?
I gotta Google it.
I gotta Google him too. No disrespect to Isaac. We love him. But yeah, the contestants will spend a month at sea.
Okay.
And there'll be a big cash prize at the end for the winning couple that finds love.
Sounds almost like a low-budget Netflix show.
It's on CBS.
Yeah.
Wow.
CBS picked it up. I know it does sound like a low-budget Netflix show. I might check that one out. And finally here, one that I have not checked out because everybody told me it's too woke. HBO just renewed, and just like that.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love to hate this show, Kevin.
What is it?
Just like
Sex
that.
and the City.
Sex and the City. Yeah, the whole thing is confusing and annoying.
It's coming back for a second season.
But it's great.
I knew it was going to happen.
And it was so great, too, because all of the actors that were in it, they were in the press defending it to the death.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot of positive talk about it.
No, I haven't either. And I know a lot of people make fun of it on podcasts that I listen to. And
I was kind of bummed.
They hate watch it. I know people that hate watched it like you in the beginning, but then got so sick of how woke it was, they just said, I can't.
Well, it's so funny because you've got certain people really getting behind it, and you're not ever allowed to say anything bad because then you're a bad person. Bottom line is that the script was terrible. That's why people didn't like it. It wasn't very good. They betrayed some of the characters.
They betrayed Peloton.
I'm sorry, Carrie Bradshaw. The blood is on your hands when it comes to Big's death.
That hooker didn't call 911.
I just watch. All I'm asking for you is just watch the ending of episode 1. Watch how she handles her husband, who she loves. How she handles his heart attack.
Are you sure she loves him?
I don't know that she did. Big is dead. It's because of Carrie Bradshaw.
Damn, Carrie, you killed Big.
Yeah, not cool.
Not cool, man.
Not cool.
We're renewing that.
Yeah.
They're renewing it, and that's what's going on in your dirt.
I got a few celebrity birthdays going on here today. Big old happy birthday to Carrie Russell. She was in The Americans. She's done a whole bunch of other acting projects as well. She's turning 46 years old. I think it was a Disney kid way back in the day, around the Justin Timberlake era.
Okay.
Shaka Khan is turning 69 years old today.
Who?
Shaka Khan.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome. 69 today. Happy birthday to her. Also got a very happy birthday here to Tara Grossman. She's been a giant fan of the show for years and converted me into becoming a KVJ Nation.
Okay,
All
Tara.
right, Grossman.
Out there doing the Lord's work.
Hernan sent that in. It's also from Ginge, Jason, Allie, Mom, Celeste, Sarabi, and Simba. Also, Abigail having a happy 10th birthday. You're a beautiful young lady. Very blessed to be your parents. That is from Mommy and Brad. And got a photo of her there doing a little
Ooh, I like
rollerblading.
that. Little sassy stance.
That is Sassy Stance.
Love it.
Happy 10th birthday to Ryder from Mom, Dad, Big Brother, Colby, and Mako. And got a photo of he and Mom right there.
Aw.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
All right, we got an eating record here today.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Jay Bird.
Smorro's back.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Jaybird's got on a costume here for this.
Who?
I'm just trying to explain to the people in our audience who are not crazy. We have a guy in here named Jaybird, and he is now dressed in an outfit, and he wants to be called Smoro. So he's got on a black, fluffy, puffy shirt. He's got on a black cape, a Hamburglar black cap, and he's got on a black mask. So he's all in black.
I am S'more. I'm a man of the people, and
Yeah.
what a great world record for S'more to try to break. Marshmallows, part of s'mores.
Yes. Now, what the record here is, it's 25 standard size, not mini or giant marshmallows. They got to be the standard size marshmallows. You know, they have the really tiny ones in the cocoa, Virginia. It's not those.
Right.
And you know, the giant ones that you make s'mores with, it's not those.
It's the ones in the middle.
It's the ones in the middle, yes.
He's right here.
Is that the standard size?
Yes, that's the standard size.
Medium.
That's the
Yep.
medium one.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
All right.
correct.
So that's what we want. 25 standard size marshmallows. You can only eat one at a time, and there's no drinking allowed in this.
Now, Jaybird tried this yesterday with his friend Sweet Denny's in Bigfoot and only got about 6.5 done in a minute.
Wow. Okay.
But me, S'moro, if I can beat that record, it is a win.
Okay. All right. So what do you think here? We'll go on ahead and set this. 6.5 was what Jaybird was doing yesterday.
6.5.
Yeah. Okay. The record is 25. Typically,
Oh, boy.
we go
It's
in
very
half
tough.
of that. Yeah.
I like that dress, by the way. Very, very, very delightful.
Well, I'm not wearing a bra, can you tell?
Yeah, those are the kind of marshmallows I really like.
To make this respectable, don't you think 10 is what if the record's 25?
Yeah, we got to go for 10.
Yeah.
We always do half, and that's even less than half.
That's less than half. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like okay.
I think S'moro is going to do better than Jaybird.
That's what we hope.
Okay. 10 to be respectable. Let's set the over.
Otherwise, we get to burn the outfit. Just kidding.
You can turn me into a s'more.
If S'moro can't beat Jaybird, both of y'all need to slink away in shame.
If you burn S'moro down, he comes back greater, stronger, and more positive.
Yeah, he is a s'more. They love to be a little crispy.
If he's positive, why does he have an evil laugh?
It's not evil.
Oh, okay.
That's very optimistic.
Why is he having an identity crisis?
Evil would be, or anything Virginia does.
Okay. Okay, so 7 is the over-under for the gambling lines here on this. Virginia, you taking over or under?
7?
7 is what I'll put at the gambling lines. Is 6.5 is what he did. That'll be the mark for today.
I think he'll go over 7.
Oh, you like that? You believe in S'moro.
I think so. If Jaybird did 6.5, S'moro's got to be able to do 7.
Do you want to touch my cape? Go ahead, touch it a little bit.
I guess I do.
That's enough.
Suits, what do you think? 7. He's going to go over as well. He's going to do that. Yeah.
That kid back there is a big S'moro fan. He was taking selfies with me earlier.
How do you feel about the 10? Are you going, we went 10? He's going, okay, Suits is going over 10.
Over.
I love it.
Virginia, what do you think about 10? Can he do over 10?
Over 10?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
So you're going under on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say, definitely an over on the 7. I think he's going to get 8.5.
He's going
On
to choke
this.
on 8.
So he's under 10, but he's over the 7. So I think 8.5 is going to be the mark here.
Denny's is going to have to flip him over and put him on the counter and Heimlich him.
Look, Smorrow loves to be flipped over.
Yes.
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
He's going to enjoy this.
Smorrow's into it all.
Okay. He's
You
into
look
it
like
all.
you're into that all.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a whip. He looks real
If
kinky.
there was ever a guy that was into it all, it's this cat.
Whip?
Yeah.
Whip Denny's real quick. Let's see if that thing works.
All right.
He's into the whole thing.
Oh, it works. It works.
Okay. All right, here we go. We've set 60 seconds on the clock. The world record is 25. KVJ Respectable is 10.
I can't drink anything. I can't eat a marshmallow until one is cleared.
Yeah, one at a time. One at a time. No drinking allowed. All right, Smorrow, your time begins now. Okay, he's got one in there. He's chewing at it profusely. He's in there. It looks like boom. He's kicking that down. There's one down the hatch. Okay, he's on two as well. He's got 50 seconds left. He's on 3 so far, and he's still got 45 seconds on this clock. All right, he's got 3 down. He's got 4 in the pie hole. Smorrow's in the zone. He is working on this. We got 4 down, 5 is in there. He's almost at the halfway mark at 32 seconds. And he's got 5 done. 6 is in there. Man, he's up to 6. Look at this. Okay. 23 seconds are left. All right, he's got 7 now. I don't know why he went so slow yesterday. He's got 8 down right now. He's at 14 seconds. There's 9. Okay, that he's already got down. He's at 10. Okay, and he's got 5 seconds left. 4. Okay, he's at 11. That are down. 12 is in there, and it's over. How did you only get 6.5 yesterday?
Woo, because I am not Jammer. I am Smorrow.
Okay. I was good. So we usually go half of what the world record is, and he was pretty much, what do we have? Final tally was
11.
11.
Did you just choke on your crazy just now?
I did.
Yeah,
Crazy gets stuck in your throat.
it does. It stays there for a while.
Lord.
Let me write something down here.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 11.
You want my numbers tomorrow?
I'm giving you mine. And just like that, I am gone. I love you all.
Okay, quite a performance there today. That's something, huh?
It must be freeing when you finally do completely lose your mind. Because then you don't give a F.
No, you don't. There's nothing to worry about in life.
I'm so jealous of Smorrow. He has just lost it.
It's all good, isn't it? Yeah, he's enjoying. He's living his best life.
Smiling.
Yeah. Eats
Happy.
11 marshmallows, just scampers right out of here.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
There is this British woman that loves breaking world records for impressive stuff. She just set the record for the most marshmallows eaten in 1 minute using no hands.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the same chick was going for chicken nuggets as well.
She does a lot. Yeah, she broke a record. She did 19 chicken nuggets in 1 minute. She also has the record for the most chicken nuggets eaten in 3 minutes. She's also got Guinness World Records titles in fastest time to eat a muffin with no hands, most tomatoes eaten in 1 minute.
I mean, this might be a girl for you, Jay Burt. Why don't you see if you can hook up with this chick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't in here. What are you guys talking about? Oh, do you bring me marshmallows, Virginia?
Yes.
Thank you.
I brought you treats.
Sorry, I was talking to the sales department. What's going on?
You never talk to the sales department.
What?
You hate the sales department.
That's not true. That's
Oh,
not
that's me.
It's you. That's not. I love the sales department. Just talking to them. Guys talking world records. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Your boy Smorrow is in here.
Oh, Smorrow was here.
Smorrow was here.
I actually like that guy. Really positive guy.
Yeah, he went 11 marshmallows eaten in 1 minute, world record 25.
Dang, I tried that yesterday. I
Yeah.
only did 6.5.
Yeah, we fell for the lie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good job, Smorrow.
Yeah.
Home run.
Smorrow's playing 2 truths and a lie on us.
He is, right? He comes in here and he tricks us as one alter ego, so we believe that he can only eat 6.5. Yeah.
I'm bummed out I missed it.
See what it is? It's an interesting combo thing he's doing.
He is just as slick as he is crazy.
You're right. They're equal. All right, are we going to have anybody we're actually going to recommend that they should make up and stay in the relationship? Or are they all going to be breakups here today?
Judging by our track record,
Let's be open to love. No?
Yeah. We always should be.
you need to talk to yourself.
I was looking at my reflection.
First email we got here wanting to know if they need to stay in the relationship or not says, my wife's living her best life without me. Says, ever since my wife started hanging out with this mothers group, life in the household has been a disorganized mess. The problem is that most of these women that she now hangs out with are married to extremely wealthy men. And I think through osmosis, it's made her lazy and entitled. Look, I work my ass off, but I will never be in the same financial stratosphere that these women's husbands are in now. I'm not some caveman who expects her to do everything and have always shared parental duties and household chores. But now she's going out 3 nights a week. She's never cooking, cleaning, and is absent far too much from our six-month-old's life. I've had conversations with her about this, and she thinks that I'm trying to control her. She said that she's only taking what a reasonable mom would do to hang out with her girlfriends. She said that she gets 3 nights, I get 3 nights, and then we do a date night. Does this feel right? Do I need to move to a more serious stage of conversation like change or we're splitting?
Ooh.
So apparently she's 3 nights a week. She's hanging with these ladies living her best life and having fun. And that's the nights he needs to watch the 6-month-old. She's like, look, you get 3 nights, I get 3 nights, and then we have a shared date night a week. That seems to work out, right? And he's not down with that.
3 is a lot.
Seems
3 nights to get turned with the friends.
And have him not invited, not be there.
Now let's go ahead and let's turn this around and put. Let's say it's a man who's doing this, saying, "Oh, I'm going out with the boys 3 nights a week." Blah blah blah. It would be people be, "Oh, what a pig! He's terrible."
3 nights is a lot for either person to say, "I'm going to go out without you. Bye."
Well, I think the biggest question here, and I don't know if it's so much the 3 nights. To me, it's the fact that you're not doing some mutual obligations that you should both have around the house. And that, to me, is where I would put in the focus to say, okay, well, if you're going to have your 3 nights that you apparently need to go live your best life, to me, it's one of those things where, hey, look, I can't go out to have fun until I do my basic responsibilities that I got to do with my job and around the house. That's the way it is. You've got to pay to play. And that, to me, is where they need to get to in this relationship to say, hey, here's my expectations for what a functional household should be. We're falling short of that because of your social schedule. And if you can get this cleaned and that done and this done and help me with this, this, and that, and these things are crossed off, then maybe you have a compromise where you're like, all right, go out and hang out with your girlfriends.
Is she a stay-at-home mom or does she work too?
That it didn't say in here.
Those are the details we need because let's say if she's a stay-at-home mom, or if she's working and she's doing the same thing that he's doing, we need those kind of details.
Yeah.
That's important.
Sounds like he feels like he is the breadwinner in the fact that he's talking about how much he has to work to try to make the money to catch up with these other husbands. And so my guess is that she is a stay-at-home mom, is what my thoughts are. And you're right. At this point, what he's really zeroing in on is she's not doing what you need to do. My job is to go make money. Your job is to keep these kind of things clean. And he came off saying, look, I don't want to be a caveman. But look, that's just the way it is. And if you reverse the roles and I were a stay-at-home dad and you're a working mom, look, I got to get my obligations done. That's what you do.
I agree. Whether it's the dad or the mom, flip whatever the equation is. If you guys got a deal, one's making the money and one's keeping everything done, if either one of you are falling through or not coming through on that obligation, it's going to cause some tension.
But that's the kind of thing that you got to sit down and work out before you have a baby with somebody. And you got to make sure, okay, let's hammer this out. Whoever's going to stay home with the kid, that person's going to be the in charge of the bulk of the cooking, cleaning, all that.
Call me old-fashioned, but you said the baby's 6 months?
6 months. It sounds like this is recent, too, and this has changed. And people will do that. You can have a conversation, then you have a kid, and years later you find out. You remember we talked about this?
If I have a 6-month-old kid, whether I'm the father or the mother, I'm concentrating on the kid. 3 times a week.
That's a lot.
Well, these kids can be real annoying.
I get it.
Yeah. To me, the non-negotiable is we got to get this job done. We got to get these kind of things done. This is my standard. I don't want to live in a dysfunctional, cluttered, nasty household. So these kind of things have to be done. Now, to me, the next step then is, do you compromise with her wanting to go hang with these girlfriends and live her best life 3 out of 7 nights in a week? Is that too much? Is that where you compromise? And I possibly could compromise on that.
There's so many little factors that go in. I need to know, is she coming home blacked out, drunk? What are some of the other details going on here? What's he doing in his personal time? There's a lot to uncover here. So basically, yeah, y'all need to break up.
Yeah.
You're done.
Well, people are having a problem with the 3-3 thing. Somebody said, and this is a good point, they're spending 1/7 of their time together. That's not okay. They're going to be headed for divorce.
Oh, yeah. This segment
That is a lot.
You got to admit, this segment does kind of ruin love.
I don't think she likes you anymore, bro. Something's going on.
Somebody thinks maybe she's cheating.
She's preferring the company of all of these girls to you for a reason. There's something going on that she doesn't want to be around you that much.
You'll get somebody that says, she's going through postpartum depression, so that's why she's allowed to cheat on her husband. She just can't help it, Virginia. You will get somebody that says that.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they would be wrong.
Postpartum is not an excuse for cheating on your husband.
They would be wrong. Yeah. And this is a good point, too, saying, look, I mean, your baby really needs both of you there. And 6 days out of the week, it doesn't have both parents. And then the one night you spend together has neither parent. So, maybe put your 6-month-old first. And she's not doing that. She's putting herself first. And that's a dangerous position to be in. Yeah, I think she needs to change a lot. Or they are headed for a breakup.
DIVORCE spells divorce.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make it.
Not if she's not willing to change. Absolutely not. Okay, what do you think about this? Another one about divorce, possibly, or open marriage. This make up or break up email says, my wife and I are on the verge of divorce. She says the only way we can save it is if we have an open marriage. The idea of an open marriage scares me, but it also kind of excites me.
Oh, okay, there it is, Virginia.
We have 2 children, and we don't want to disrupt their childhood by splitting apart. However, our current situation can't go on like this any longer. My wife suggests that we try one last thing before we call it quits. She wants this open marriage. Do any of your listeners have any experience with this? Did it help? What are the pros and cons of this? Do you think I should seek out this open marriage or a divorce?
I mean, if y'all are about to divorce anyway, I don't see the harm in trying the open marriage. A lot of people try it. Not a lot of people that I've heard save their marriage with it.
That's the story I would like to hear, where a couple goes, dude, we were without a doubt, it was going to be over. It was. We did not want to go on, but we tried an open marriage, and holy crud, it was amazing, and we love each other now.
I mean, it could work out that way. I've just heard of quite a few that didn't.
Right.
You both have to be on the same page. You both can't, I don't think, can have a jealous nature, and you both have to accept this is the way it is now. As soon as one gets off that script, it's going to go completely to crap.
If it doesn't violate your standards and you're comfortable with it, then yes, I guess the open marriage is the right choice over the divorce. But if there's any part of you that doesn't feel right and this is just not something I do, then yeah, unfortunately, that would be it.
How does all that work, though? Let's say, let's say me and Virginia are in a marriage again. We're going to be an open marriage, and we decide to be in an open marriage, and Virginia's out getting cocktails one night. She finds this guy she likes. She goes ahead, sleeps with him in the parking lot, because you're allowed to do that in an open marriage.
I'm going to sleep with him in the men's room. Get it right.
Yeah,
Okay.
make it as sleazy as you can make it.
Yeah.
How do you always have to tell them exactly what happened? Because there, to me, would be an STD worry. No?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you always be
I
constantly
think
worried?
you'd have to have guidelines. It's like you have to practice. We have to get tested at regular intervals. I need to know every occurrence so that I'm like, okay, I want that test before we do it again.
But I feel like you would have to be pretty proactive on that kind of level. And are people in open marriages is that proactive? You know, things get the law. Oh, it's great the first couple months, and then you stop mowing it.
I think you have to make it a requirement to use protection. But then, yes, beyond that, both of you have to get tested regularly. But even that is not completely going to keep you safe.
And am I weirded out? And I'm not knocking open marriages, but I have to trust someone that's sleeping around. So I have to take it at face value. No, I swear, Bird, we were using condoms. I swear. All right, but just with five guys, I don't know.
It's a very personal decision, and nobody can tell you what's going to work for you and your girl. You got to get in it and figure it out.
I'm just working out the thoughts I think the average person would have. No?
Oh, yeah. But it sounds like he's not as scared of it as the average person.
Because he wants him strange.
Yeah, I think he is excited by the concept of banging someone other than his wife.
But here's the thing. I've seen this happen before. People they break up. Oh, I want the grass is always greener. They get it all out of their system, and then it falls to a complete depression. It ain't always green in Virginia.
Because they realize that what they gave up was better than what's out there.
One text says, open marriage works as an additional fun element to your strong relationship, but it won't work as a fix for something you're missing.
That's a very good point. I agree with that.
If it's already weak, you ain't going to fix it with this.
Throwing a Hail Mary on the sharing of each other. That's what you're basing the Hail Mary on.
Interesting.
It does not sound like it's going to last. So go figure. A couple more breakups.
I think it was all free.
Just change the name to break up or break
That's
up.
it, basically.
People want to call.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you have a relationship dilemma and you think it might be close to over, send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I don't know if you saw the story that the Grammys have officially uninvited Kanye West to perform at their show.
Wow.
They said because of his online behavior, they are barring him from performing.
Well, I'm
They
sure
said
he probably took it well.
he's having concerning behavior.
Wow.
And now some people are trying to put together a alternate Grammy Awards on the same night as the Grammy Awards. You know, the Grammys will be doing April 3rd in Los Angeles. So Damon Dash and a bunch of other artists are talking about possibly doing their own Grammys and calling it something else, but doing it in Vegas on April 3rd, the same night as the Grammys.
See, I like this, but I think right now you're going too soon. Let's take a little time to make sure we do this the right way, because the Grammys need a shot taken at them. They're right. The Grammys should not be the end-all be-all for everything. I don't like the way it's done.
Well, that's what Damon Dash is saying, that they're out of touch, especially when it comes to hip-hop.
But are they doing this now because Kanye's all pissed off and like, let's get him right now, and they're not going to do it the right way because Kanye's emotional?
It'll be interesting to see if Damon can get his partner Jay-Z to sign off on it. If Jay-Z got involved, I feel like it could be run the right way. If you get some big artists, which they've asked some big artists, I don't know if they're going to be a part of this, but Drake, Nicki Minaj.
But do we need more award shows or less? I mean, you've got the BET Awards, you've got the Source Hip Hop Awards,
this is drama.
iHeart Awards last night.
This is the anti-Grammys. This is the we are coming for you Grammys. And I think this is going to be dramatic and interesting if they are able to pull this off. I like drama, and this is drama.
Kevin's right, and you're right. I just think you could do this the right way if you plan it out. It just sounds like Kanye's pissed. Like, you know what? In your face, Grammys. We're doing our own right now.
It's a Kanye temper tantrum, and I don't know what he's going to do. Because right now there's a petition with 30,000 signatures to get him removed as the Coachella headliner. So, there is a little bit of a wave of people that are not all behind you. And I think Kanye has a hard time with that. When everybody doesn't agree with him and say that he's right and he's awesome with what he's doing, and there's 30,000 people on that petition saying he's not. And the Grammys are saying, we're alarmed by some things you're doing. Now, I think he's still up for nominations. I think Don DeTue's still nominated for Album of the Year.
He's allowed to come to the Grammys, but he can't perform at the Grammys because he's been acting squirrely, and they don't like the way he acts on social media.
And I like what Buster's saying. This is only a good idea if they allow consumers to vote for the winners instead of using a godlike committee. I agree with that.
I think the award shows have a problem in and of themselves, but this seems just like another Kanye temper tantrum, and he's trying to get his friends involved.
Yeah, and if you do it wrong, if you take your shot now and do it wrong, it's not gonna work.
But if a bunch of them pull out of the Grammys and do this instead, and then make it all about F the Grammys, I think that's dramatic and awesome.
Keep in mind too, though, Kanye has been very vocal and a little out there. Me and Kevin love you, but if you wanted to start your own thing and you were going on this 3-month rant of craziness, I don't know if I'm following you into the fire, dog.
I just don't know how many people are going to get behind him.
It's a great idea, but he's acting insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you until the point that he gets a bunch of heavy hitters to sign on to the project, at which point it shifts from being crazy to being, okay, we can actually take the Grammys down and make this dramatic and awesome.
Well, heavy hitters fault. Like I was just saying, me and Kevin, we love you. You got great ideas at times. If you're crazy and insane, we're not following you into the dark.
But what if I came in the building and I got Elizabeth, our head boss, and Randy, our immediate boss, and all the sales managers, Greg, everybody, they were all on my team to do this new crazy thing. And then you were like, well, wait a minute. If everybody else sees what she's got going on, maybe it is a good idea. Yeah, it's all about who you include in your powerful project.
My body just expired for any more Kanye talk. I'm out of coins.
You're done.
I think as soon as you start adding people like Jay-Z and Drake and big...
But you haven't.
You haven't.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
You haven't. And April is coming real quick.
You're chasing the ghost, bro. It ain't going to happen. It's too soon.
I like
it's
drama.
It's too late.
Like upsetting the apple cart. I hope they're able to put it together. But yeah, it is really fast for the dream. In other news, Guy Fieri is now a Lake Worth Beach resident and did something really cool for a local culinary arts program. Over at Lake Worth High, they have a cooking school there in the high school.
Yeah.
And Guy Fieri just gave them a $20,000 grant from his foundation to help improve the Lake Worth High School culinary arts program. I love it. Good for you.
I like hearing schools have culinary art program. That's cool.
Me too. We never had anything like that in my high school.
We had home ec, and you were cooking crap in a microwave. I'm like, oh, cool. The pie's done.
We had home ec, and half the burners didn't even work in the fake kitchen.
That's why this $20,000 is great.
Yes. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Oh, man. We've had some great submissions. Thank you very much. Trying to keep up with all of them. It takes a little while because people send them, and sometimes they got to be edited because the language isn't favorable for the radio.
And some of them, some people comments got nothing to do with the thread.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Virginia will be reading apart. I'm getting eggs for breakfast.
Yeah,
today.
you got to edit that out. So we do have a big stack of them we're trying to get through. So if you've sent one in, you haven't heard it yet, that would be why. It does take a little bit of time because we got to type the whole thing back out again. So it's a little time consuming, but well worth it. Here's what we got today. This is a fun little Nextdoor post. Brenna doesn't like how some of the new neighbors are keeping the outside of their houses, and she goes on to Nextdoor to vent about it. We'll let Jaber be Brenna in this thread here. I'll play the role of Robbie. Virginia, you can be Jane. And Denny's, you'll be Vince.
Vince,
Okay.
Uh-oh. Is this a little bit too tough of a role for you?
we will see.
Vince sounds like he throws his weight around.
I like how Denny says it. It's like, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
See what happens.
We'll see where it goes.
You don't sound confident.
I try to steer the ship.
All right, here comes Brenna. Stop making the front of your house look like a fire dumpster. Some of you don't have any pride taking care of your yard, and I'm sick of it. Okay, vent over.
Amen. Finally, somebody has said it. What is up with some of our new neighbors? They're making our street look like one giant turd.
Oh, I know. Our new neighbors leave trash and cigarette butts everywhere. Take this as my warning, because if I have to start knocking on doors, well, let's just say you won't want that.
You come knocking on my door like a crazy person, I'm gonna knock you out, woman. Some of you Karens need to mind your own business and shut the F up. You don't own these streets.
Well, Jane, pretty sure you're one of the slime buckets Brenna's talking about.
Oh, yeah?
It's called having pride in your yard. You should try it sometime. Jane is right when she says that your yard is a giant turd.
Yeah.
Here comes Vince. At least Jane has her yard sort of cut. My neighbor lets his dog take huge dumps in my yard and never cleans it up. My wife and I are moving because we're in a dog crapping battle with our neighbors. Oh.
Preach, Vince. Preach. I get why you'd move from this crap hole. And these SOBs just raise everybody's rent by $400. I get why Brent is mad, and I get why Vince is moving. This place sucks.
I'll go to jail. I don't care. I'll beat anyone's ass who tries to ruin my neighborhood. As for the HOA, they can kiss my ass too. I've got some dirt on the board members. They ain't raising my prices or I'll expose their asses.
I'd love to see you try it. I love seeing you keyboard warriors make false threats. You're fat and you're middle-aged. You ain't fighting nobody, Brenna.
Okay. That was the fun little thread that was deleted. That's why you got to do that screenshot. Thank you.
Yes, when you see it, immediately screenshot it. Don't wait, because somebody in the group may get some sense about them and delete it.
They did. There would have been a great Facebook phishing, and I went to refresh it, and it was gone. I was so mad.
Damn.
Yep, that's how fast it goes. So do the screenshot and send it to us. Got a post here that Gloria had thrown up on social media making fun of her husband.
Oh.
He's apparently afraid to go get a bat out of the attic. And his sister doesn't like how her sister-in-law is talking about her brother publicly. So it starts a big old fight here. I will play Gloria, the wife. Virginia, you can be Lynn. Jaybird, you'll be Buddy. And we'll have Denny's be Tim right there at the end. Okay, here's what Gloria said. My husband is such a little bitch. We have a bat in the attic, and he's acting like such a scared little girl. It's times like this I miss my ex. LOL.
That's a real crappy thing to say about my brother, Gloria. His family sees this. Stop giving us more reasons not to like you.
What? It's just a joke. Jeez, lighten up. He's not even mad about it. I just asked him, and he is laughing about it. He's LOL too. Stop giving me and your brother reasons to hate you.
No. You just said you mixed your ex publicly. You're a gross pig, and my brother doesn't see it. Jesus, please help us all before I do something stupid.
Here comes Buddy. Did you all get the bat out of the attic? Try putting peanut butter on a broomstick. When the bat starts eating the peanut butter, knock that little booger out and stop a mud hole in his ass.
I'm going to stomp a mud hole in Gloria's ass if she doesn't shut the F up about my brother. If my brother won't stick up for himself, I'll start doing it for him.
Let's just focus on getting that bat out of the attic and not about beating each other's asses.
Nah.
If you don't get that bat out, it could mean rabies for you and your loved ones. Concentrate on the bat and stopping a mud hole in its ass.
The bat is still alive and kicking. My husband is still acting like a scared 5-year-old girl. I filmed him looking all scared. It's definitely going to go viral.
If you post that video of my brother, you're going to have a world of hurt coming your way, woman.
It's already posted on my TikTok. And what you going to do about it?
Here comes Tim. Are y'all being serious right now? This post seems made up. Are you really mad? Is there really a bat in your attic? If y'all don't stop, you're going to end up on the KVJ Show, just saying.
And you did! That's right.
Good read.
Love it. Yeah, very nice. Denny's came through.
I'm scared to get a bat too, by the way.
I would not want to get a bat.
Dennis, you did great today.
I thought you did great as
You
well.
were a star.
We should have our own award show.
We'll make it.
Yeah, we'll make it like Kanye.
We only give awards to each other.
I saw this, that the Gen Z's really leading the charge when it comes to electric vehicles. In fact, it was kind of interesting because they say that Gen Z cared twice as much about appearing environmentally friendly as a millennial did. So they say that they're really going to have to start targeting Gen Z to make these things proficient all over the place.
Is that one of those things where you ride it and then when you're done with it, you just leave it out in the street and someone else rides it?
No, that's something. I mean, they've had that in Miami for a while. They'd had that, and it went away for a bit, and I think they were working on bringing it back. That's kind of like a rental car, almost like the scooters, where they would have these small little compact cars that you would just pop in. No, an electric vehicle is one that you plug in.
The one I thought that was so weird though. You take a little thingy and then you drive and then you leave it on the street. I thought that was.
I love it.
I didn't see that working.
They've got it in lots of big cities, and it makes getting around so fun. It It's cheaper than Uber and Lyft. When we were in LA, me and Mags took those things all over Los Angeles, and we had so much fun.
You can get a DUI on those things. If you're,
you
I've
get
seen there's videos
DUI
of it,
on
Virginia.
anything.
Not if you don't catch me.
They will pull you over and give you a Dewey.
Well, the problem with the electric vehicles, they say 34% of respondents across the country see an electric vehicle as a luxury purchase. And I'm surprised it's actually only 34%. Because, they're saying right now it is going to be years before an electric or hybrid vehicle is going to be cheaper than running, one on fuel. So right now you're paying about $8,000 to $10,000 more for an electric vehicle compared to a comparable gas-powered vehicle. And right now it is. So they're trying to get it to the point where it will be cheaper overall with your costs to have an electric vehicle. And they're not there yet. And one of the biggest problems, too, is, an electric vehicle, typically, you can only go so far before it runs out of a battery charge. So if you want to go, let's say, on a road trip and that road trip is 420 miles and you're not sure you can charge up your vehicle, you're not going to make it because typically the cars can only go about 400 miles between charges.
420 miles. Where are we going? Pottville? 420.
Yeah.
Interesting number there, Ralston.
I think you can map it, though, because more and more places do have like charging stations.
They're trying, and that's why they're trying to get that going. I know, and
Yeah.
it's a big fight too because like FPL wants to be a part of it because they would love to have some money in there from the charging stations and whatnot. And so it's who's going to be doing it. So it'll be interesting to see. They say in the future you can expect to see more. They say by 2028 about 53% of all new vehicles sold in the U.S. will feature an electric motor. So either it's all electric or it's a hybrid, which has a little bit of gas.
Would you say you spend more or less than $5,000 a year on gas? Never mind. Don't do
Did
math.
you just ask me to do math? All right, hold on.
I'm
Let me
rejecting
get
the
my
question.
calculator app.
Oh, boy.
I think I can do this.
I was talking to Kevin.
Now we have a ban on math.
Do you think you pay more than $5,000 a year?
Carry
Do you think you pay more than
$5,000
$5,000 a year on gas?
She's counting loudly. Into the
It's
mic.
rough.
Yeah.
It is rough.
I spend $2,000 a year on gas.
I do not trust those numbers.
I don't either.
How did you even
It doesn't
get
feel
that?
right. I think $40 a week. I do have a smarter car now. I traded in that Chevy Tahoe, and I got a little tiny, small little BMW. So I pay literally half.
It was just one of those quick questions Kev asked. I am sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Every now and then things get railroaded.
Yeah, I think $2,000 is what I pay a year. That feels right, kind of.
If you're comparing costs, the all-electric Tesla Model 3, they say costs $281 a year
Wow.
for fuel. That's $540 a week.
Someone I know just got a Tesla, and they came all rolling up, and I was like, dang, what's going on here?
Well, and again, that's why I can't believe the number is 34% because I see that as a luxury vehicle. And for me, I'm like, that's out of my price range right now. So I'm not going to be going with a Tesla. I'm going to wait until you start lowering the cost. And I want it to be a no-brainer that going for an electric vehicle is going to be cheaper than paying for a cheaper vehicle that runs on gas.
And if you want one right now, a new one, you have to get on a waiting list. That store in the mall, they have a Tesla store in the
Yeah.
Gardens Mall. It ain't got no cars in it.
They got supply issues going on.
They have serious supply issues. Off Lease Only has used Teslas, but then you got to be careful too because this is a new technology. Do you want to buy it pre-owned? New technology? I don't know.
Do you think-
It's a tricky thing.
In your opinion, by the time Magnolia's in her 50s, Cannon's in his 40s, will they have spaceships available? I'm not talking about Millennium Falcon, but will they have pods they can go up and fly around in space?
Like the Jetsons?
Kind of like the Jetsons.
Their transportation will be radically different, I think.
I think you're going to see it in the air, Virginia. I think you'll see Mags up in space. Sounds like a kid's movie.
She don't do well with curbs here on Earth. I don't know about putting her in space. That hooker's going to hit a tree.
Okay.
Well, I'm not in space. You hope not. You go high.
Well, you got to get off the ground somehow. The landing and the taking off are the hardest parts.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, typically what they do now at sporting events is if somebody starts streaking or running across the field, they'll cut away from them because they don't want to encourage it.
Which makes me sad because I want to see.
It does make me sad.
It's always so entertaining. It's been some
I
of the most
love it.
memorable moments of any sporting event I've ever gone to.
Back in the 70s, they did it all the time. And in the early 80s, I was watching some old clips of it. It was fun, man. The crowd loves it.
Yeah, they do.
And they did. They curtailed it by not showing it. So they're doing the right thing. But we like the drama. We like the fun of watching a nearly naked guy get tackled.
It's pretty good.
When someone did it recently, the football players on the team tackled the guy. That was awesome.
I mean, I know they always say, oh, kids might see a naked person. And I get that. But I mean, I saw naked people when I was a kid. I was okay. If someone's streaking, they get tackled. I think kids can handle that.
We here at the KVJ Show have a saying. It is, ain't nothing wrong with a little dong.
Okay.
That's not my saying.
That's
gonna
not.
say,
I have that on several T-shirts.
Again, why it's always good to not let Virginia speak for you.
She don't speak
Ain't
for
nothing
me.
wrong with a little dong.
Well, if you thought that the Honda Classic was the only tournament that was getting a little bit out of control, look at the Valspar Championship that happened over the weekend. 34-year-old Mark Lynn from Tampa got arrested after he was accused of streaking across one of the fairways, and he did it while taking all of his clothes off. He was completely naked, ran onto the fairway at Innisbrook Golf Course. The course was crowded, had a large number of spectators. He appeared to be highly intoxicated.
Okay, that's our boy.
His streaking even caused a disturbance and hindered the game of play, which you just cannot do in golf. He got arrested and was booked into the Pinellas County Jail on a charge of disorderly intoxication. But I mean, man, when golf has got naked streakers now, wow.
That's Happy Gilmore golf right there.
It really is. That's really what it's turning into. A 50-year-old man got attacked by a tiger at Wooten's Everglades Airboat Tours in Achapee, which is in Collier County.
Attacked by a loose tiger?
Not a loose one. It was a tiger that was where it was supposed to be. He was where he wasn't supposed to be.
He was loose after the tiger chomped on him.
Did he get in the cage?
Yeah, a caretaker was feeding the tiger in its enclosure when another worker who wasn't authorized to be in there decided to enter in and be like, hey, what's up, Bob?
He's feeding him. It's dinner time, and you walked in here looking like a snack.
Yeah, is Bob the name of the tiger or is the name of the owner?
Yes. Both of the guy's arms were injured.
Oh, damn.
Thankfully, the tiger was not, of course. I mean, the tiger's just like doing
Tiger's
what a tiger
fine.
does. Yeah.
Tiger's at a buffet.
Yeah, but they're having issues here in South Florida. There was a similar attack that happened last month at the Naples Zoo where somebody who was unauthorized got near a tiger, and the tiger went for the arm on that one as well. So,
Tigers ain't playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're tigers, dude. I mean, I know maybe you grew up with Tony the Tiger and you think they're friendly and they're great, but they still will try to take your arms off your body.
Yeah, I love when people are shocked when animals attack them when you are pissing them off. It's so shocking.
It's unreal.
That a tiger wouldn't be down with any of that.
There was a contractor who was doing some work at the Navy SEAL Museum in Fort Pierce on Monday.
Oh.
And tried to steal a ballistic vest worn by a member of SEAL Team 6 when they had taken out Osama bin Laden.
Oh, wow. That's a piece of history.
Oh, it is, yeah. The museum says it's worth about $50,000, and I'm sure that's only going to go up.
Oh, they're going to notice if you take that, dude.
Yeah. The vest was worn by a member of SEAL Team 6 when they raided bin Laden's compound in 2011 and took him out. So, yeah, you're right. It's just an amazing piece of history, basically, is what it is. So they caught the dude. But, yeah, some of these contractors and caretakers and all that kind of stuff, I think it was a contractor or something like that stole those turtles out here in Florida. Remember that? Happened? We had that in the Whacked Out News about a week or so ago. Another little scam you got to watch out for. Apparently, there's a lot of fake ride share drivers in Miami-Dade, and they're trying to pick up passengers. They're not affiliated with Uber and Lyft. They're, kind of like their own renegade, yeah.
So are they just driving up to people going, hey, Kev, you want to ride, man?
Yeah, they're seeing people because,
anybody can put an Uber sign in their windshield.
Yeah,
anybody can do that.
People have been kidnapped because there's a system you need to do if you get a real Uber.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you ask the driver their name. The driver's got to make sure that they know your name. And if that checks out, then you're in the right car. But people get in the wrong cars at times.
No, you do, because I know I was just out of town and between the airport and the place where we were staying, we're coming out and we're looking around like we need a ride or we're looking for a car. And if you're just a dude in a car, you'd be going, they clearly want a ride. Be like, hey, you guys, I got
I'm
you.
your Uber.
Yeah, come on in. And then boom, take off.
Then you go to open the door, and there's no
Door
handles
handle.
there.
No.
Yep, they'll drive you
Yeah.
to your death.
And then there's a hatchet by the side of his steering wheel.
Damn.
Anyone who's caught doing this will get 3 citations and have their car impounded. So that's what they're doing to try to combat it. There's a 54-year-old guy and his 30-year-old son that both got arrested in Michigan last week after they got pulled over and the cops spotted meth floating in their McDonald's soda.
Well, wait. So they took the meth and they put it in their soda and they put the lids back on and they're like, the cops are not going to check the soda.
I guess so, yeah. And then you
Yeah.
just drink meth?
Well, I mean, it's better than getting busted with meth. You
Yeah.
put the meth
Okay.
wherever
Yeah.
you think the cops won't look.
Right,
But the
okay.
cops are like, let's look in the soda.
Okay, I got you. Well, apparently that's what went down. There's also a guy in Michigan that stole a vehicle. He ran out of gas, broke into a house to steal gas, ran out of gas again, and then got caught and arrested.
Is that me?
what the
That's
heck?
me on the lamb right
That
there.
would suck if you go to all the effort to steal a car and then you get it and it's almost on empty.
And you have to just go at that point and go, oh boy, just not my day.
Gas prices, man.
Yeah.
Then you laugh and you say, all right, officer, take me away.
Yeah. A 22-year-old man in Port Richey, Florida got arrested after deputies said that he stole an Xbox because of his video game addiction.
Oh,
What?
boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy is right. So there
Oh
you
boy,
go.
watch
Oh,
your
boy.
mouth, Virginia.
I think you know that most of the bizarre stories, at least in the U.S., come out of Florida. But oddly enough, China's got their own set of very bizarre, weird things going on. They definitely have a bigger population than Florida, but, you know, we definitely are more weird in general. So tell me, on these headlines, did the story come out of the state of Florida or the country of China? Okay, Virginia, what do you think about this one? A man trapped in unlocked closet for 2 days. Was that Florida or China? He's in an unlocked closet, doesn't find out for 2 days that it was unlocked. Oh, what do you know about that?
All you had to do was open the door, bruh.
You big dummy. Was that dummy a Floridian or Chinese?
It feels Florida, Kevin. I want to keep this one in the States. I want to keep it locally grown. That's here. That's Florida.
That feels Florida dumb. You're correct. Just has an essence to it, doesn't it?
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah. What about this one, Bird? Man insists syringes pulled from rectum aren't his. Those are somebody else's.
Florida loves
Isn't that what you say when you get busted with cocaine in your pants?
Florida loves butt stuff. I'm going Florida, man.
They do love butt stuff. Yeah, that's another Florida one.
Woohoo!
Very nice. Well played there. Okay, what do you think about this, Virginia? Whacked out news, Florida or China? Man lifts sleeping ex-girlfriend's eyelids to scan irises and steal savings.
Oh, dang.
What do you think? Did that happen in Florida or in China?
I'm going China on this one.
It's too smart for Florida.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's China, yeah.
It's technological.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does not reek of Florida.
Yeah. Okay, Bird, what about this? Florida or China? Man attacks nephew over undercooked noodles.
Yeah.
Man attacks nephew over undercooked noodles.
You're trying to throw me off with the noodles with China. I'm going. That's Florida.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Wow.
That was it.
That's, Virginia, that is so Florida. We love to fight about food in Florida.
Okay, what do you think about this, Virginia? This was actually a headline. Was it a headline in Florida or China? Waitress doesn't let backwards feet stop her. She has her feet on backwards, but it's not slowing her down.
Dang, girl.
Yeah.
As in, her feet really are backwards.
I guess, yeah, they're born going the opposite direction.
I mean, if that's the case, can't you just walk backwards everywhere and be cool?
I think she must, yeah. That would be my guess.
So how do you moonwalk? Do you do that forward?
Yeah, you'd be moonwalking forward. It'd be the craziest thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
I mean,
Wow.
if she's waiting on me, I'm giving her at least a 50% tip.
Oh, at least.
That's at the game, though. Florida, China.
Oh, man, I want it to be Florida, but that feels China. I'm going China.
That is China, yeah.
It felt China to me too.
I probably will never get her to wait on me, and for that, I'm sad.
Bert, what about this? Florida or China? Man photoshops himself into girlfriend's childhood photos.
It feels like Florida, man. I'm gonna go Florida.
Gotta go Florida. That one is actually China. How creepy is that?
He is a creeper.
You've had stories about that before in Florida. That's why that one's confusing.
I hear you. That is a tough one. That's a first miss. So you guys are blowing this game away. Florida or China on this one, Virginia. Man really, really wants to force a jury to watch his sex tape. Is that it going on in Florida or China?
Oh, I mean, he must just be hung. He must have a hog.
I'm not
No,
gonna
really
lie.
watch it. No, really watch it.
No, really. I want
No,
all of
really,
you
you
to
guys
see
need to watch
this.
it.
This is evidence in my case.
I mean, you kind of want to see it now, don't you?
I'm clearly guilty, but you're not going to know unless you watch this tape.
If they won't watch it, I will.
Yeah. What do you think? Hung jury, right?
Oh, the guy really knows how to create some heat around his product.
Does. Let's go Florida. Hopeful.
That is
It's
correct.
sexual. It's carnal.
Yeah.
It's Florida.
Florida did that, baby. Yeah. All right, Berta, what about this? Florida or China? Man tries to smuggle pet turtle onto plane inside hamburger box.
Wow.
Okay.
Busy.
Got himself like maybe a Whopper or a Big Mac, something like that.
Gosh, this is a
I think
tough
there's a
one.
context clue in this.
I'm gonna go Florida.
Got to go Florida on that. That is China. And I'm wondering if what gives it away, do any burger places in Florida still do the box for burgers? They do boxes, or are they in wrappers?
Some do boxes.
Some do boxes.
Yeah, they're
okay.
all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly the guy doesn't do fast food around here.
I apologize for getting that wrong. China and Florida's got me in fits. I can't figure it out.
And you're the best we have when it comes to fast food.
Yeah, you're right. I am the best.
Okay, here we go. Final round for you, Virginia. Florida or China. Man sets apartment complex on fire after manager told him to stop having a hand party in front of the windows.
Well, he was tugging it.
Yes, he was.
I mean, that's clearly.
fair view of everyone. Did that go down
Well,
in
at least
Florida
he's
or
a
China?
reasonable guy. He set the whole building on fire.
This
That
one-
feels like Florida.
That reeks of Florida.
It
There's
reeks
no
of-
way that's not Florida.
We want to keep this one at home, Kevin. It's Florida.
That is Florida, Virginia. Perfect score. Very nice. Okay, and what do you think about this, Jaybird? Florida or China? Man claims wife was kidnapped by holograms.
She's dead in the backyard. Y'all know that, right?
Florida.
That is Florida. Yep. there you
And
Yay!
Virginia's right. She's dead.
She's
Yeah,
dead. She's in the backyard. He buried her.
go. Yeah, I hate to say it. So there you go. All right. Well, very nice. Was reading some of the comments that we got here. We were talking earlier about electric vehicles and how Gen Z is leading the charge. They're more concerned about being eco-friendly than millennials, apparently. 34% of Americans think that a electric vehicle is something that's luxury. They say the average cost is about $8,000 to $10,000 more if you're going to be getting an electric car. And right now, I guess technically, it still might be a little bit more expensive to get an electric vehicle, but they say that's going to change. And very soon, those electric or hybrids are going to be better. But it's kind of interesting, these couple texts that we got, somebody talking about their own experience. Somebody said, I got an electric Ford Mustang 5 months ago. It was $42,000. I spent about $45 a month of charging costs at home, and I drive 140 miles a day. I'm saving thousands in fuel a year now. And I also was about to get a $7,500 tax credit because I bought electric. You can definitely save money with an electric car if you know what your needs are.
Kind of sounds like you're bragging.
They make an electric Mustang?
Yeah, I
You like
guess
that,
the
Mama?
electric Ford Mustang.
I'm not a big fan of Mustangs. I think they're too loud, and guys that drive them obviously just have to make a statement because they're so loud. But is an electric Mustang loud?
What? Are you just thinking out loud?
Talking.
Usually Mustangs are obnoxiously loud, but would an electric one be?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think they would.
No.
Do I want pancakes or waffles? I think I'm gonna go with both.
Can I leave now and nobody will notice? Or do I have to stay here for the rest of the show?
You have to stay.
You gotta stay,
Yeah,
dog.
you signed up for this. You hired me. It's your fault.
Blood in, blood out, brother.
Somebody else texted in and said, confessions of a 37-year-old Republican. I purchased an Ioniq 5 electric vehicle last week. Free charges for 3 years through Hyundai. Best riding vehicle I've ever had. Charges in 18 minutes and gets 320 miles per charge. I get razzed by all my Republican friends by it, but I love it.
Damn, it turned this political. It's politically motivated.
It's political?
It's politically
I don't
motivated.
know. I had no idea. Guess so. Yeah.
All the Republicans don't like it?
Yeah, so that's what he says. He said he takes crap for it, but he saving money and he loves it. So there you go. Interesting confessions of people with the electric
learning a
vehicles.
lot.
Do you like when someone has a cool thing and they're telling you how awesome it is and you don't have it? Kind of like, this ice cream's the best ice cream. You won't believe how great this ice cream is. You're not having any of it.
Well, any of us can have this. We just have to look into it, learn about it,
Yeah.
and then try to figure out if we can make it happen in our life. But
Yeah.
if dudes are saving thousands a year, I mean, that's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
And maybe I should try to get smarter.
Well, clearly Virginia's a Democrat.
No, Virginia just is unaware. She's just dumb. She walks around not knowing that actually an electric car could be attainable for her. She thinks she's not smart enough for one.
The friend that the person I know that got this, they got the.
Are they smart?
I love them. I think they're street smart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, they're smart. They are. But you're talking like rocket scientists.
Smarter than me.
Well, yeah, of course.
Duh.
Damn.
Florida. Yeah, and they paid like in the 60,000 range.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money to
It
me.
is. It is.
That is a
Yeah.
lot.
For
That's
a
what I
car?
said. Yeah,
That is not 5,000 to 10,000 more than your average car.
They're typically at least that much, and that's why they said right now it doesn't necessarily mean an electric vehicle is going to be cheaper to run than going out and buying a regular car for the gas. But they say it's getting there, maybe by 2028. You might be surprised by this finding here, and if you're from the city, you're about to become irate. New York City is not the best pizza city in America.
Oh boy.
That is according to Anytime Estimate, who compared the 50 most populous U.S. metro areas across a number of metrics. They did Google Trend data, pizza restaurant locations per capita, per square mile, and the price of pizza in each state. And from that criteria, they ranked Detroit is the best pizza city in the U.S. Detroit wins because they have the most independent pizza restaurants per capita, and they're the city with the greatest pizza passion. In other words, they say locals are searching Google for an extra large variety of pizza styles.
I will say I have seen the Detroit-style pizza take fire here
Yeah,
in
true.
South Florida.
What
the last
does
5
Detroit style mean?
It's a style of pizza.
Like, what does it taste like? What does it look like? I know what Chicago
Here,
style is.
I'm just going to go ahead and pull up what Detroit style looks like. I'll try to explain it, and it's going to sound a lot like Sicilian pizza to you, but it's not Sicilian pizza. It's a bit different. Hold on, Kevin.
Who's got it?
A lot of places have it right now because it's the rage. You're seeing Detroit style thrown in your Sicilian.
I think I'm seeing Pizza Hut commercials for it all over the place.
Oh.
I think that's why it's on my radar, is they're running that a lot.
There you go. See how it's real crispy on the outer?
Square,
Yeah.
crispy crust.
I know.
Cut into squares.
Yeah, I think a Jets Pizzas had it before. Have it.
Okay.
Kevin's right. I think Domino's has done it before. They're starting to feature it everywhere. It's kind of like when the area gets a bunch of Greek restaurants, and then they would go through a big Tex-Mex boom. The Detroit style is the rage right now.
That looks delicious.
It
It's
is
thick.
I do love a Detroit style pizza.
Oh, I love a thick girl.
Well, I'm sure right now New Yorkers are ready to throw down with anybody from Detroit, but Detroit is making a strong argument, not only just because of the Detroit style, the pizza passion, the Google trends, and the metrics that they found, but they also lay claim to a lot of major pizza chains. Little Caesars, Domino's, Jets Pizza, and Hungry Howie's, all from the city of Detroit.
Yeah. Hungry Howie's gets a lot of hate. Man, in college, I lived on Hungry Howie's, and you could walk out of there with 11 pizzas for $9.99. They always had the best deals.
Mm-hmm. The thing that's really going to make you irate if you're from New York City, it didn't make the list of the top 15 cities in America for pizza.
Now that's weird.
But you know what, though? We've talked about this a few times, and New Yorkers have emailed me and said, look, New York is not what it used to be when it comes to pizza. It's changing, and there's better places in Jersey.
Yeah.
The old Jersey-New York war, pizza war is going on.
And I hear
Virginia.
Connecticut's doing it all right, too, in the tri-state area.
You say that in New Jersey, you might get your ass kicked.
That's what they say.
I dare you to go to New Jersey and say it.
I'll never go to New Jersey again unless I'm forced to go by gun.
He's only going under the guise of kidnap.
I brought a lot of baggage to Jersey. Maybe it was me, but Jersey did not do me right.
So you've got Detroit as the number 1 pizza city in America. And then they rank Cleveland, Ohio at 2, Columbus, Ohio at 3, Boston, then Pittsburgh. And they say Ohio is the best state for pizza. All 3 Ohio cities in their analysis fell in the top half of the rankings, with Cleveland and Columbus in the top 3.
So where's Ohio in that whole list right there? Because you got the Pizza Crossing, I thought was voted number 1 in Ohio.
Number 1 in Ohio, yeah.
Okay.
So Pizza Crossing is the number 1 pizza place in the number 1 state for pizza.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, how big is that, right?
That's a huge honor.
You could argue Pizza Crossing would have to be in the final 4 of best pizzas in the United States of America. How do you feel about that kind of statement?
It's the best thing to ever happen to Logan.
But it's so big and bold.
That's a big. When
I
you
would,
really
yeah.
break down,
I'd be making that banner, yes.
well, if you break down these numbers, that sounds that you would have to put the Pizza Crossing up as some of the best pizza in the United
USA
States.
Today ranked us as the best pizza in the best state for pizza.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pizza Crossing.
Yeah, pretty impressive. In
I'm
my
gonna-
little old hometown.
I want to call them and see if I'll pay extra if they'll ship me some pies.
You should do that, yeah.
We asked them if they do that. They used to do that. They don't do that anymore because it wasn't cost effective for them on their end.
Yeah, but you're not. You didn't say the secret words. I know Kevin, the Kevin Ralston.
Yeah.
You ever hear of him? Oh my gosh, sir! It's already on its way.
I'm Jay Bird Pennington. I will overpay in a heartbeat.
I will overpay for Pizza Crossing.
That's all you have to tell them. Everything's negotiable.
I agree with the witch. If I got Pizza Crossing pizzas here, does Fat Kevin come out and play?
Oh, yeah, when I went back to Logan, I had Pizza Crossing. That's about all I ate.
I gotta get this out. I gotta get this done.
Do it. Call them.
Well, where's my list where I go? That's too much money. When do I bounce out?
You're going to have to pay probably about, I would say, $30 a pie.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Well, to this whole story, you're talking about, according to our investigation here, that pizza is supposed to be at least, top 5 in the land?
Call them up and start the negotiation. Say, look, I live in Florida. I want you to ship me a frozen pizza overnight. I'm willing to pay whatever it costs you in shipping and whatever the cost of pizza and a little extra tip. Let's go.
Is it weird? This excites me. This gets me going.
Yeah, I can
it makes
see
me
it.
feel
Yeah.
alive.
With your pervy mustache and long hair, yeah.
Pervy mustache and a pizza boner.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Oh, man, such a PB.
Yeah. Well, if you're wondering about New York City, they say that they have the highest density of pizza shops per square mile.
Okay.
So if you're there, there's likely a pizzeria within 1.2 miles of your location. But they say the low share of independent pizzerias, however, kept New York City from making it into the top 15 of pizza cities, and that's why it's not there.
Is New York City just maybe a little bit, I don't know, sleeping on the good stuff?
Well, maybe this, I think they've always just taken it for granted that New York City is the best pizza city in America, and Anytime Estimate came up with these interesting metrics and found, you guys maybe are asleep at the wheel. Maybe it's time to wake up.
A lot of it's pure crap anyway. You can make a good pizza anywhere if you know what you're doing. I don't care if you're in Ohio. I don't care if you're in Louisiana, if you're in Texas. If you know what you're doing, you can make a good pizza. Every state has good pizza.
Oh, it does. Yeah, some are just better than others, apparently. So what makes you a terrible restaurant or bar patron? Well, we had the KVJ Nation sounding off on the KVJ Show Facebook page, and there are some things that maybe you're doing. These are the things they said that annoyed them when they've worked in the service industry. Gina said people who bring kids that they have no control over, and they just let them yell and throw their food all over the place.
They don't like that?
They do not like that.
That
And
seems to distract them.
They can't believe that people would bring their kids in a restaurant and let them act like that. So that's very annoying. If you don't have control of your kids when you're out to eat, get control of your kids because you're annoying everybody.
But this is why you have to bring your kids out to eat. And you have to be a disciplinarian when you're in the restaurant. kids sometimes act a fool when they never get brought out. But if you bring them out and you show them how to behave, they'll grow up behaving.
Look, my mom, I was acting a fool out in public, and my mom embarrassed me so hardcore in front of everybody. I didn't act a fool too much in public anymore.
Because she disciplined you and corrected you and made sure that you weren't going to embarrass her.
Only time I started acting a fool back in public is when I got in the show. That's not true.
That was it, huh?
No, when I started drinking.
And now you get paid to act a fool.
And it's the best.
Megan said, the people who just camp out make my blood boil. Either pay your tab and get the heck out or keep ordering some stuff. They'll just sit there and camp out forever. They'll be like at 5:30 and just sit there at 7:30 and they haven't ordered another drink.
I get that.
Or they get there at like 10 and then it's 11:15 and we've been closed for 40 minutes.
You're not hashtag being cool.
Yeah, you're not. If you're not still ordering stuff, get out. Mm-hmm. Come on, let them turn the table.
A lot of people are aggravated by people who show up right before closing.
This is where
I know, this is a controversial one.
Look, then you need to be clear with your rules and close your place a half an hour early. Because the customer, you're going to ruin a relationship with customers because there's places that are going to keep customers if they serve you at 9:45 and they close at 10. If you don't want to serve people at 9:45, close your restaurant at 9:30 and start your cleaning up.
Exactly.
You got to do that.
You can't do that. I don't think that's fair to a patron. If you walk in, it says we're open until 10 and it's 9:50. You're like, yeah, I want to get something to eat real quick.
I understand the human side as the worker being annoyed.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Right.
But it's part of the gig.
It is part of the gig. You're right. Shut down earlier. Cindy said a bad patron is somebody who orders something and then wants everything about what they ordered changed or different. That's what drives her crazy.
Especially if you go to a place where there is a chef who is crafting this dish that's on the menu and it's something that's unique and special and he created it. When you start telling that guy that you want all these changes and substitutions, you're basically telling him his baby's ugly.
We didn't go to
Just
eat,
know that.
But I didn't go out to eat to date you, okay? I went out to eat to have a good dining experience. If you have to order from someone who's going to be offended by any modification, I didn't ask for that kind of relationship.
Well, then you should go to Olive Garden.
And I do. I love the OG. That's why
when you go to a place with specially crafted, chef prepared, like special meals where he has put so much work into this dish and you have 8 substitutions, he's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Well, 8 substitutions anyway. That's not even. That's a mutation of the dish.
Right.
Well, it's not even the dish. But with that said, if you want this or that and a change,
You can hold 1 or 2 things. Once you start going over 3, you're annoying and you're calling his baby ugly.
Okay. What else makes somebody the most irritating restaurant or bar customer ever? Brett said, the one at the bar that gets cut off for obvious reasons, and then she tries to talk your wife into sharing her wine with her. You gonna drink all that, baby? Doug said the person who spends the entire time loudly complaining about the restaurant.
Oh.
If you don't like the place, you know what? You can leave.
Yeah, there's the door.
Just leave. Angela said the drunks that think because you're a bartender that you're single and you want them.
oh yeah, it's. I've seen it before, and it's quite annoying.
Yeah.
Well, because you've got all these people all horned up. I bet you're single. You want to go sleep with? That's got to be way annoying if you're not into that.
Right. Yeah, not cool. And Melissa said, what makes restaurant patrons annoying? Snapping fingers in your face.
Oh.
Hey. People said that a lot. They don't like the
You
snapping.
cannot snap at another human unless you birthed them. That's the only human you can snap at is one that came out of your hoo-ha.
Snapping and shushing are 2 things that really they're major pet peeves.
Also, the "Do you know who I am" card is annoying.
Ugh.
Getting to the point where we have to cut you off, and actually people who snort coke at the bar.
You would be shocked.
Well, it's a great flat surface, Kevin.
Well, did you just do a line off a dirty bar?
Yeah, some of these Coke people, they're real brazen.
Yeah. And the other irritating thing you can do as a restaurant or bar customer, Jason said, they want to tell everybody how great New York is. Have you tried the pizza?
Yes.
So there you go. Want to jump into the conversation? Get on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Make sure you subscribe while you're there. gotta tell you, Jeff Bezos' ex is doing amazing things. She's actually dropping a lot of money here in South Florida, too. You know, she's like the richest woman because she took half his wealth.
She's looking like a rose in all of this because she's doing such wonderful things.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's building penis rockets and playing in space.
Yeah, getting them big, massive boats. Now I know he's doing his own philanthropic work as well.
Well, he needs to get a better PR agent because all we hear about is how great she's doing.
Yeah. And now another story about her is the money she's dropping for Habitat for Humanity, which is a fantastic organization. We've done KVJ volunteer events with them.
Yes.
Building houses for people. And she has now basically promised to give away her fortune until the safe is empty, and she is standing by that. She just donated $436 million to Habitat for Humanity. To let you know how big that is, for that, they received, in all their donations for all of 2020, $325 million. So she has already more than exceeded what they got for an entire year in just one donation, $436 million. They say her donation is going to be used to increase affordable housing options, especially in communities of color. And she has got more cash to give away because Forbes still has her worth about $48 billion. She's so far donated more than $8 billion to various charities in just the last 2 years.
Wow.
So she's just writing massive checks that are changing people's lives. So
how can we get her in front of Little Smiles?
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, she's putting together that school at FAU in Boca, so she's aware of what's going on here in South Florida. So maybe he's got any kind of link to Kinsey Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a charity. How about $436 million? Can you imagine that?
We'll just take a couple bucks.
Oh, my gosh.
Whatever you want to spare.
Dang. The After the Show podcast is going to be coming up. You can actually stream it live on YouTube in just about 10 minutes. Get it on demand anytime you want, either there on YouTube, the WRMF app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Before we get to that, Bird, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Okay. Sometimes imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. Damn.
Deep.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.